Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today marks a bittersweet day here, not just for me personally, but for this vehicle that I'm about to review. Today marks the last day that we will be having ownership of this 2015 Nissan Altima SV. We've had this vehicle for just over 9 years and it has served us very well. With that being said, I'm going to be treating this like a regular review, just like I have with any other car that I've reviewed before. And so with that being said, today, let's do a walk around and tour of this 2015 Nissan Altima SV. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and check her out. As you can see, this Altima does come with Nissan's typical key fob here. As you can see, you're going to have the Nissan logo right there, which is pretty cool. You're going to have your remote start function here, lock, unlock, your trunk release, and your panic alarm right here. And so to remote start the vehicle, just make sure the vehicle is currently locked and hold down the remote start function. And as you can hear, the vehicle did turn on. And after waiting a few seconds, we're going to go ahead and push the remote start button again to shut it off. Starting off here in the front, you are going to have Nissan's standard grille, as you can see, which of course they called it their V-Motion grille back in the day, with your Nissan emblem right there front and center. This one here does have a set of halogen projector headlamps, and of course your fog lamps and turn signals are going to be right down there below. As you can see, we're taking a look at a set of Michelin Primacy tires, and these measure 215, 55R17s all the way around. Like all Nissans, the Altima does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing you to get inside and outside of the vehicle quite easily. To do that, just make sure you have the key fob in your pocket. Come up to the door. There's a little button right here that you push, and it will indicate unlocking if you push it one time for the driver's side. Do it again for the other sides as well, and then you do it again to lock the vehicle up. So with that said, you don't necessarily need the key to jump inside. You just push this button here and you'll be able to jump right on in. The exterior color of this one is finished off in pearl white with the beige cloth interior. Coming over to the door panel here, as you can see, we are going to have some hard touch plastic material as expected on this Nissan product here. However, you do have some soft touch material down here, which has worn itself pretty well over the years. It hasn't really shown any cause of any tear or anything, but the wear of it has aged pretty well. You're going to have an aluminum door handle here. You're going to have your window adjustments here. This is going to show which window you're going to adjust, and your adjustments here. You're going to have your child lock, your lock and unlock switch here, as well as your power windows. The front window is the only one that's fully automatic. Along with that smart key access system, this vehicle does come standard with a push button ignition. All you have to do is just simply put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. As you can see, starting off here, we're going to be looking at two main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have your speedometer. And right in the middle is going to be your information center on top. And then down there below is going to be a little area where it's going to show your current miles, which, as you can see, this one has just over 120,000. And of course, your trip A and trip B miles down below that, as well as your gear selector. On the tachometer side, you're going to have your coolant temperature. And on the speedometer side, you're going to have your fuel range. With that being said, this vehicle does have a very nice leather-wrapped steering wheel, which has aged pretty well over the years. You're going to have controls here on the left, as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house information for your sources. This is going to be for your menu right here up there. This is going to be for your audio settings here for your volume. To the right, you're going to have your cruise control settings here, and then you're going to have your hands-free Bluetooth and telephone right down here as well. With that being said, as we use this button here and this map button, we're going to be able to cycle through a few things. So coming up to this very top screen here, as you can see, we're taking a look at the icon of the vehicle as well as the exterior temperature and the range to empty. You're going to have your tire pressure monitoring system, and it says tire pressures appear while driving, average fuel economy, average speed, as well as your average miles driven and elapsed time. Audio, what's going to be playing on the radio, or you can turn the radio off, as you can see there. Any warnings, and of course settings. So coming to settings, you're going to have things such as vehicle settings, main menu selection, and body color. So starting off with vehicle settings, you can turn on or off the auto room lamp, the light sensitivity, the light off delay system. You're going to have also wiperward speed you can turn on or off, the intelligent key door lock, selective unlock, auto door unlock, answer back horn, remote start, as well as battery saver. Coming down to main menu selection, you can change out different things that you want to see on the main menu. So it's already preset to your tire pressures, trip computer, audio, as well. You can also put in fuel economy if you want to, which of course is checked off, or you can put it on if you want. Coming down to body color, it's going to allow you to choose from a select amount of different colors based on what the body color of this vehicle is. And in this case, it is going to be white. Maintenance, any maintenance settings, of course, you can reset the maintenance minder thing and everything there. Any alarms, language, units, welcome effect, or you can do a factory reset if you want. So with that said, that's pretty much a quick look of the little driver information center in the Nissan Altima. Coming over here, we're going to be taking a look at, I believe, a 6-inch display. It is going to be your standard audio system from Nissan. You could get the optional navigation system in this vehicle, which would include, I believe, a Bose premium upgrade if you wanted to, and that would be standard on the SL and upper trims. Well, in this case, the SL was the top of the line trim for this body style in 2015. As you can see though, you're going to be looking at just a small screen there with your standard clock. You're going to have your buttons here on the left as well as on the right. You're going to have FM, AM, Sirius XM radio, media, display. You have your different preset stations down here. You're going to have seek and category for your audio, your different Nissan Connect apps, which is what this vehicle is running on as far as its infotainment system, as well as a back button. You have a volume knob as well as a tuning knob right there, which is nice. You have dual zone climate control. You are going to have front and rear defrost. You're going to have your fan speed. You can turn this on or off. Different modes for the position of the air conditioning button here. You can turn the dual mode on or off. And of course, you have your recycling buttons there, which is pretty nice. Over here, you are going to have, although, excuse the trash, a little storage area where you can plug in a iPod or a USB port here, as you can see, and you do have a little outlet right there. This does have 2 cup holders here, which is pretty nice, as well as a little storage area right here. This vehicle does come with a CVT transmission. And as you can see here, it does have a backup camera with guidance lines. Coming over here to the glove compartment, as you can see, you have an upper portion here, which you can put some smaller items on. And then you have a smaller one or a bigger one down here. Again, excuse the trash that's in there currently. And then you have a little outlet inside of there as well. With that being said, let's talk about these seats. These seats are actually covered by these seat covers, and they've held up very well over the last, I think, 2 years or something like that, but it's really nice. And as you can see, you know, it's very, very plush and comfortable. You do have the cloth material underneath here, which, as you can see, has held up well over the last few years, as you can see here. Very nice and very soft as well, which is very good. Go ahead and put that back down. With that said, this one also does have the floor mats in here, which was, you know, just something we got on that we got, I believe, from Walmart or something like that. But overall, not too bad. And then coming over here to the left, you are going to have different buttons here as well, such as your gauge dimmer switch, chirp reset. Down here is going to house things such as traction control off and a button for the trunk and 2 dead switches. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this Nissan Altima. That beeping indicates that the key fob has left the detection of the vehicle. Coming into the back of the Altima, as you can see here, you do have the same materials that follow throughout. This is, of course, going to be the cloth interior. As you can see, we only just have some sun blockers back here. Overall, the back seat has been kept pretty clean over the course of time that we've had it. As you can see here, you have your fuel tank. This Altima does have incandescent taillights. Now, there is stuff in the trunk, so I'm not going to go in there, but you're looking at right around 15 cubic feet of space or so. You have your dual exhaust tips down there, and of course you have your badging in their appropriate places. Under the hood of this Nissan Altima, sorry for the fact that it's actually dirty, but as you can see, we're looking at a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder mated to that CVT transmission. This is known as the QR25DE. It produces 182 horsepower and around 180 pound-feet of torque. All right, everyone. So last but not least, let's go over the window sticker for this vehicle. Here it is. This is a 2015 Altima 2.5 SV. This is what comes standard with the vehicle, as you can see. And then come over to the options list here. It has an MSRP of around $24,720. There are only a few options on this vehicle, including the splash guards for $190, the premium paint for $395, and the carpeted floor and trunk mats for $210. It has a destination charge of $825, and the total MSRP for this vehicle when it was brand new 9 years ago was $26,340. Fuel economy for this vehicle is also pretty good, coming in at 27 city, 38 highway, and 31 combined. And overall, you do get a 5-star rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Overall, guys, this is going to be a video that, will go up eventually and stuff like that, but this is to also pay kind of a tribute to what's it been like to have this car for 9 years in the family. It's treated us very well. It has not given us really any trouble until now. But overall, say what you will about Nissan Altimas and make all the jokes you want about Nissan Altimas, but you're going to have a lot of people out there who drive this car, and they're really going to appreciate what they have, because as long as you maintain the vehicle and take care of the vehicle, it will last you a long time. And hopefully something good happens to this one here in the future. But with that said, this is the last time that we will have this car in our possession. So with that said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of this 2015 Nissan Altima 2.5 SV, finished off in pearl white with the beige cloth interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.